Hello, high school sports fans. This is Melanie Lockman from the Cincinnati Enquirer. I'm sure you know by now that our High School Sports Awards live show is canceled, but the high school sports staff wanted to still present awards to recognize the time and talent of our high school athletes from more than 140 high schools that surround us in 3 states. This is how this will work. With me is Brendan Connolly and Shelby Dermer. We will go through the fall award nominees and winners first, and then go to winter and spring. Please keep in mind that as far, in terms of how we chose these award winners, if it wasn't obvious, like, for example, there was one state champion from the area, we tried to pick kids with interesting, unique storylines, with all things being equal, and we tried to spread out the love to that 140 plus schools as best we can. Now, sometimes we didn't succeed, but we really did give it a go. We will come deliver the awards to the schools at various points here in the next month or two. If you would prefer that like, for example, if you have a student who graduated who is getting the award, you may reach out to me and we can make other arrangements. But before we start the award show, I want to mention Apex Awards took care of us for the award plaques, and I want to acknowledge Alex Harrison for working on the script for this, James Weber and Scott Springer for helping choose nominees, and I guess that will cut it at that and get started on the awards. Brendan, you want to start us off?
Yeah, first up we have the Boys Cross Country Runner of the Year. The nominees are Gianni Alween of Walnut Hills, Tiger Bartlett of Ryle, Caden Dyer of Loveland, George Johnson of Connor, Max Liao of Mason, Liam Morris of Indian Hill, Dixon Ryan of St. Henry, Colin Sams of St. Xavier, Isaac Schockleiter of Mason, Caden Schroeder of Highlands, Will Sheets of Covington Catholic, Evan Trapp of St. Xavier, Bennett Turan of Marymount, and Jerry Zhu of Mason. And our winner of the Boys Cross Country of the Year Runner of the Year Award is Gianni Alween. Alween became a first-team All-Eastern Cincinnati Conference selection for the 4th time while earning the ECC's Runner of the Year Award. Heading to the University of Cincinnati, Alween wrapped up his preps cross-country career with a 7th place finish in the Division I OHSAA state meet, finishing in 15 minutes and 40.09 seconds. Our nominees for the Girls Cross Country Runner of the Year Award are Callie Bentley of East Central, Grace Biddle of Little Miami, Samantha Erbach of Waynesville, Allison Kopser of Ryle, Grace McKay of Mason, Kara Mooney of Springboro, Caroline Mernon of Loveland, Lily Park of Beechwood, Aoife Pashka of Mason, Evelyn Prodell of Lakota West, Audrey Shelton of Grant County, Maddie Strong of Scott, and Jocelyn Willis of Lakota East. And our winner of the Girls Cross Country Runner of the Year Award is Aoife Pashka of Mason. In her freshman campaign for the Mason Comets, Pashka was the Greater Miami Conference district and regional champion before finishing in 6th place as an individual in the OHSAA Division I state meet, leading Mason to a team championship.
All right, my turn. And I forgot to say this earlier. I would like to share that we are going to do the best we can on these names, but I'm afraid I might mess a few up. So just want to apologize in advance. The Field Hockey Players of the Year nominees are Cindy Berryman, Talawanda, Mia Booth, Summit Country Day, Josie Faber, Indian Hill, Laura Fagan, Mount Notre Dame, Nina Fode, Indian Hill, Ella Jones, Ursuline Academy, Ainsley Kemp, Mount Notre Dame, Sammy Neeb, St. Ursula Academy, Taylor Shafto, Mount Notre Dame, Julia Ward, Ursuline, Natalie Ward, Ursuline, Emma Wilking, St. Ursula, and our winner is Ainsley Kemp of Mount Notre Dame. This goalkeeper for the state semifinalist Mount Notre Dame Cougars was named the Girls Greater Catholic League Player of the Year while leading the top-seeded Cougars to a regional championship. All right, Shelby.
And now the nominees for the Football Defensive Player of the Year. Joel Allen, Wyoming. Jacob Asbeck, Lakota West. Bryson Baston, Ross. Jake Bates, Mason. Mitchell Berger, Beechwood. Cam Calhoun, Winton Woods. Jake Cameron, Kings. Caleb Clark Glover, Princeton. Caden Davis, Mason. Josh Fussell, Lakota West. Joe Genetti, Moeller. Malik Hartford, Lakota West. Breon Ishmael, Princeton. Josiah Jackson, Fairfield. Brandon Martin, Moeller. Delane Massey Wright, Winton Woods. Jermaine Matthews Jr., Winton Woods. Ben Minnick, Lakota West. Braden Moore, Baden. Michael Mulvihill, Blanchester. Terrion Nichols, Withrow. Antonio Robinson, Beechwood. Elias Rudolph, Taft. Aba Selm, Simon Kenton. And Gabe Verdon, Hamilton. And the winner is Malik Hartford from Lakota West. Before becoming an early enrollee at Ohio State, Hartford was the GMC District and State Division I Defensive Player of the Year after leading Lakota West to a 13-1 record and a regional championship appearance. He also participated in the All-American Bowl in January. Now the nominees for the Football Offensive Player of the Year. Matty Apple, Springboro. Max Autry, Madeira. Tyler Bond, Lakota West. Mitch Bolden, Lakota West. Trey Cornist, Winton Woods. Chase Crone, Simon Kenton. Philip Daniels, Princeton. Dalton Davis, Fairfield. Talon Fisher, Fairfield. Luke Flowers, Elder. Quade Hauer, Wyoming. CJ Hester, Wyoming. Evan James, Elder. Will Coker, Kings. Jordan Marshall, Moeller. Michael Musari, Kings. Charlie Noon, Highlands. Drew Novak, Western Brown. Josh Ringer, East Central. Alex Ritzy, Baden. Nick Sailors, Mason. Griffin Scalf, Anderson. And Austin Searfeld, Lakota East. And the winner is Jordan Marshall, Moeller. The Moeller Crusader dominated his junior campaign, gathering over 2,300 all-purpose yards, including over 1,900 rushing yards, with 34 total touchdowns. Along with Moeller's regional championship, Marshall earned Division I Co-Offensive Player of the Year honors, and he was named the Ohio Gatorade Player of the Year.
Brendan, want to take care of golf for us?
Yeah, our nominees for the Boys Golfer of the Year: Finley Bartlett, Wyoming; Robert Gerwin, St. Xavier; Wyatt Higgins, Indian Hill; Garrett Hogan, Kings; Timmy Hollenbeck, Mason; Tanner Lorms, Ryle; Charlie Mullen, Seven Hills; Colin Shadek, Fenwick; Kevin Tuberkty, St. Henry; Nathan Vonderhaar, Mason; Josh Winhusen, Middletown Christian; Jake Wittenauer, Little Miami. Our winner of the Boys Golfer of the Year award is Timmy Hollenbeck, Mason. The Mason Senior was the Southwest Ohio Golf Coaches Association Player of the Year, as well as the GMC Player of the Year. Hollenbeck was an individual champion in the conference and in his sectional, while also leading Mason to a state championship runner-up finish. Our nominees for the Girls Golfer of the Year: Eva Besserell, Sycamore; Deborah Brogan, Oak Hills; Taylor Dunkel, Springboro; Kylie Heidemann, Mercy McCauley; Riley Johnson, Lebanon; Eva Maley, Cooper; Reagan Ramage, Cooper; Sophie Rush, Fenwick; Caroline Thompson, Sycamore; Paige Treherne, Lakota West; Claire Yeasel, Lakota East; and Julie Zhu, Seven Hills. And our winner of the 2023 Girls Golfer of the Year award is Kylie Heidemann, Mercy McCauley. No stranger to reaching the OHSAA state tournament, Heidemann had one final postseason push for the 2022 season. After locking down the conference title, Heidemann was a sectional champion by 6 strokes, and a 4th place finish at districts qualified the Mercy McCauley Wolf for state. There, Heidemann shot a 69 on the second day for a total score of 141 to make her the OHSAA Division I individual state champion.
All right, Shelby, you want to take care of soccer?
Yep. The Boys Soccer Player of the Year nominees: Aiden Bird, Ryle; Aiden Crowley, Springboro; Luke Eckert, St. Xavier; Bennett Garrick, Dixie Heights; Timmy Griffin, McNicholas; Riley Hemler, Madeira; Nick Haskins, Milford; Sam Hughes, Anderson; Bennett Painter, Anderson; Gus Peacock, Wyoming; Colin Piper, Highlands; Bradley Popple, Moeller; JT Roden, East Central; Will Shuddy, Coleraine; Colin Sinner, Milford; William Wettingill, Mason; Connor Wilkes, Indian Hill; and Marco Zanardo from Marymount. And the 2023 Boys Soccer Player of the Year is Bennett Painter, Anderson. After combining for 54 points in his sophomore and junior seasons, Painter put out an All-American performance as a senior in 2022. The future Bowling Green State University athlete led the ECC with 69 points and 28 goals, while his 13 assists were good for 3rd in the conference. Along with his conference accolades, Painter was selected as a United Soccer Coaches High School All-American and first team by the Ohio Scholastic Soccer Coaches Association. Now the 2023 Girls Soccer Player of the Year nominees: Donna Bundy, Taylor; Millie Cluxton, Seton; Molly Cochran, Madeira; Peyton Cook, Milford; CJ Deborah, Cincinnati Country Day; Ruby Dunleavy, Campbell County; Samantha Urbach, Waynesville; Ellie Greenwell, Notre Dame; Olivia Hopper, East Central; Sophia Kapsakevitz, Loveland; Peyton Coles, Mount Notre Dame; Anna Manning, Milford; Presley Pennycamp, Oak Hills; Mandy Schlutter, St. Henry; Peyton Shoemaker, Marymount; Madison Severing, Summit Country Day; Lainey Smith, Highlands; and Juliet Strange from Connor. And the 2023 Girls Soccer Player of the Year is Peyton Coles from Mount Notre Dame. Coles began her senior season by breaking Rose Lavelle's school record for goals in a career and ended by picking up her 2nd United Soccer Coaches High School All-American honor. The Xavier commit was also the GGCL Player of the Year and an All-State pick.
All right, let's get into boys water polo. Our nominees are Adrian Bank, Sycamore; Wolfgang Bingaman, St. Xavier; Kyle Bobst, Sycamore; Jackson Connor, Milford; Trevor Ehlerding, Princeton; Andrei Kudyakov, Mason; Carson McDaniel, Princeton; Jack McDaniel, Princeton; Carter Meyer, St. Xavier; Ryan Roth, Mason; Adam Wade, St. Xavier; and Luke Westerkamp, Milford. And our winner is Jack McDaniel from Princeton. With McDaniel tending the goal, Princeton went 14-7 overall, including a regional title and a 4th place finish at state. McDaniel took home first team honors from the Ohio Water Polo Association, as well as the Goalie of the Year award. Moving on to girls water polo, here are the nominees: Ferdouse Bagbanian of Sycamore; Ava Blevins of Milford; Ava Carr, Sycamore; Lily Clark, Walnut Hills; Bree Good, Princeton; Ayla Fidanza, Sycamore; Rachel Hamilla, Mavericks; Carolyn Marks, Milford; Carly Nagel, Princeton; Miriam Nidai, Mason; Lauren Nugent, Mason, Victoria Pereira, Mavericks. And our winner is Rachel Hamilla from the Mavericks, who attends Cincinnati Hughes High School. In just her sophomore season, Hamilla led the Mavericks to a state runner-up finish in goal while earning first-team All-State honors and the State Goalie of the Year award from the Ohio Water Polo Association. Shelby, you want to move on to girls volleyball?
Yes, and we will have 2 winners from this, just to clarify. The girls volleyball Player of the Year nominees: Audrey Armbruster, Mount Notre Dame; Sydney Barrett, Kings; Sydney Briesinger, Ursuline Academy; Addie Bruce, St. Ursula Academy; Brooke Baltima, Ursuline Academy; Allie Cordes, Wyoming; Kiana Din, Ryle; Jess Drapp, Mercy McCauley; Maria Drapp, Mercy McCauley; Luca Fickle, St. Ursula Academy; Lindsay Green, Ursuline Academy; Olivia Hegman, Baden; Julia Hunt, Holy Cross; Allie Kirch, Seton; Maya Long, Dixie Heights; Elise Markle from Kings; Nina Miranda, Lebanon; Kelsey Neeson, Roger Bacon; Sydney Nolan, Notre Dame; Lizzie Reeder, Lawrenceburg; Campbell Robinson, Milford; Camden Strand, Notre Dame Academy; Olivia Skidmore, St. Henry; Ivy Stocks, St. Ursula Academy; Katie Wilking, Mount Notre Dame; Shay Wolf, Mount Notre Dame; and Faith Young from Harrison. And the first winner is Brooke Baltima, Ursuline Academy. Now blocking and hitting for the University of Kentucky, Baltima led Ursuline Academy to the OHSAA Division I State Championship in 2022. The GGCL Player of the Year and First Team All-State pick, Baltima paced the conference with 385 kills and 105 blocks, giving her over 1,000 kills and 400 blocks in her preps career. Brooke Baltima, the first winner from Ursuline Academy. The second winner, the Girls Volleyball Player of the Year, is Camden Strand from Notre Dame. Strand became a 2-time state champion for the Pandas in 2022 after her defense helped Notre Dame to a 34-5 mark overall, which is a single loss to a team in Kentucky. Strand had 82 digs in the KHSAA state tournament, including 35 in the semifinals over Assumption and 22 more in the finals victory over Paul Lawrence Dunbar. The Panda record holder in digs and aces, Strand will continue her career at Louisville.
The nominees for the Boys Archer of the Year are Ethan Barker, Villa Madonna; Nicholas Brewer, Grant County; Kenan Caudill, Ryle; Trenton Dietz, Ryle; Alex Grayman, Beechwood; Thane Huddleston, Cooper; Jacob Klett, Ryle; Spencer Myers, Dixie Heights; Xander Moore, Boone County; and Logan Sizemore, Simon Kenton. And the winner of the 2023 Boys Archer of the Year award is Thane Huddleston, Cooper. Shooting for Cooper, Huddleston won 10 tournaments, including the 6th region title. Against hundreds of other archers in the state tournament, Huddleston placed 10th overall. And the nominees for the 2023 Girls Archer of the Year: Meredith Allball, Ryle; Lane Armstrong, Beechwood; Grace Barnett, Dixie Heights; Annabelle Klein, Boone County; Alexis Hunt, Connor; Monica Jelg, Covington Latin; Reagan McFedrin, Highlands; Ellie Puglisi, Notre Dame; Kylie Spiegel, Simon Kenton; and Emma Vickers, Simon Kenton. And the winner of the Girls Archer of the Year award is Kylie Spiegel from Simon Kenton. The 25th place finisher in the KHSAA state finals, Spiegel had a season-high score of 286 and 12 times finished in the top 10 of tournaments.
So, Brendan, you want to start us off with boys basketball?
The nominees for the 2023 Boys Basketball Player of the Year award are Caleb Brown, Cincinnati Christian; Carson Brown, Elder; Connor Kravac, Madera; Deshaun Krim, Fairfield; Nathan Dedukovich, Lakota West; Ian Elmer, Taft; Aiden Hamilton, Campbell County; Nick Heffron, LaSalle, Will Harold, Highlands, Evan Ipsaro, Covington Catholic, Jeremiah Israel, Lloyd Memorial, Josh Marshall, Cincinnati College Prep, Jacob Meyer, Holy Cross, Marquez Miller, Newport, Carson Miles, Georgetown, Rue Mills, Woodward, Drew Novak, Western Brown, Luke Sanders, Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy, Chandler Starks, Anderson, Tim Stewart, Marymount, Donovan Walaskowski, St. Xavier, and Ryan Willoughby, South Dearborn. And our winner of the 2023 Boys Basketball Player of the Year Award is Evan Ipsaro, Covington Catholic. In 32 games played, Ipsaro averaged 25.2 points per game and was a Mr. Basketball candidate after being named co-winner of the 9th Region Player of the Year Award. Also averaging a shade under 5 rebounds per game, the Miami commit helped the Colonels to a 27-5 record and a 9th Region semifinals appearance.
Shelby, you want to take us into girls basketball?
Now the 2023 Girls Basketball Player of the Year nominees. D. Alexander, Purcell Marion. Gracie Barnes, Cincinnati Country Day. Grace Brewer, Walton Verona. Jasmine Davis, Hughes. Caroline Eaglin, Newport Central Catholic. Libby Evanshire, East Clinton. Braylon Even, Baden. Kylie Fears, Harrison. Madison French, Lakota East. Mary Girton, Princeton. Anna Hamilton, Cooper. Sienna Hicks, West Claremont. Abby Holtman, Ryle. Angela Jones, Felicity Franklin. Whitney Lind, Cooper. Gabby Martin, Summit Country Day. Jada Mosley, Purcell Marion. Madison Parrish, Mason. Carly Prowse, Mason. Peyton Schaefer, Goshen. Anna Swisshelm, West Claremont. Josie Travel, East Central. And Soleil Williams from Princeton. And the Girls Basketball Player of the Year is Soleil Williams, Princeton. Before going on to college to make her mark at Texas A&M, the McDonald's All-American and Ohio Gatorade Player of the Year led Princeton to the OHSAA Division I State Championship with a 28-2 overall record. Williams paced the GMC with 20.2 points per game and 3.4 steals per game, while her 3.4 assists per game were good for third in the conference.
All right, I will take you through bowling, starting with the boys. Our nominees are Kobe Brewer, Pendleton County, Riley Carmen, Norwood, Ian Carpenter, Reading, Riley Flairledge, Connor, Caden Graham, Mason, Keller Harrison, Cincinnati Christian, CJ Herbers, Elder, Aiden Hunt, Mason, Gavin Hunter, Clinton Massey, Tanner Isles, Oak Hills, Dylan Inyart, Ryle, Terrence Johnson Jr., Northwest, Mason Keck, Clinton Massey, Nolan Luttrell, Milford, Connor Petrie Minton, Little Miami, Tyler Richmond, LaSalle, Lucas Ruck, East Clinton, Noah Sang, LaSalle, and Colton Ziegler from Turpin. And our winner is Aiden Hunt of Mason. Aiden Hunt of Mason, Hunt's 215.5 average was the best in the GMC, while leading the Comets to a solo conference title, the 5th consecutive season with at least a share of first place. In the OHSAA postseason, Hunt finished 11th place in the state with a 660, giving him honorable mention All-Ohio honors. Moving on to girls, our nominees are Peyton Beard, St. Ursula, Alyssa Bechtold, Dixie Heights, Shania Barucha, Seven Hills, Natalie DiGiacomo, Turpin, Carolyn Edmiston, Georgetown, Kylie Fisher, Wilmington, Anna Francisco, Harrison, Haley Goodman, Northwest, Annika Obert, Newport Central Catholic, Maddie Pitts, Reading, Ali Shattuck, St. Ursula Academy, Isabel Snyder, Coleraine, Alexis Tigner, Cooper, Reese Volk, Lakota West, Neva Williams, Walnut Hills, Sky Williams, Indian Hill. And our winner is Kylie Fisher, Wilmington. Fisher summoned a 198.1 average for the Hurricane and was the Southern Buckeye Conference's American Division Bowler of the Year before rolling a 3-game 633 to finish 5th in the state as a sophomore. Moving on to gymnastics, here are the nominees: Abigail Dittman, Turpin; Izzy Downs, Lakota East; Maisie Herzog, Turpin; Tanvi Maya, Sycamore; Victoria Najim, Kings; Madeline Power, Lakota West; Addie Schultz, Lakota West; Maggie Surratt, Turpin. And our winner is Victoria Najim, Kings. Najim won the vault, bars, and then all-around district championships before going to state, where she scored a 6th place finish.
Moving on to the ice, here are the Hockey Player of the Year nominees: Brendan Canham, Mason; Patrick Crowley, St. Xavier; Adam Gans, Moeller; Griffin Gasper, Moeller; Charlie Hafner, Elder; Simon Kelly, St. Xavier; Colin Keough, Mason; Matthew Langendorfer, St. Xavier; AJ Luzzy, Moeller; Brian O'Connor, St. Xavier; Ryan Polcotti, Springboro; Chris Shearer, Springboro; and Tristan Schroeder, Springboro. And the Ice Hockey Player of the Year is Matthew Langendorfer from St. Xavier. The forward helped St. Xavier add 7 wins to its record from the previous season while earning a postseason tournament victory. Langendorfer was a first-team all-white division pick in the Capital Hockey Conference. Now moving on to swimming, here are the boys swimming and diving Player of the Year nominees: Chris Caldwell, Reading; Max Christensen, Springboro; Cam Kraft, Walnut Hills; Patrick Gibbons, Baden; Jaeger Ellerman, St. Xavier; Gavin Hang, St. Xavier; Gibson Holmes, Indian Hill; Alex Ingram, St. Xavier; Landon Isler, Ryle; John Coletta, Fenwick; Chase Knopf, Ryle; Bryce Menschoffer, Sycamore; Thaxton McMullen, St. Xavier; Logan Otke, Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy; Max Plumley, Mason; Arjun Valatham, Indian Hill; Max Ward, St. Xavier; and Jason Zhao, Indian Hill. And the winner of the boys swimming and diving Player of the Year is Gibson Holmes from Indian Hill. Coming from a city with a rich history and not just winning, but dominating swimming competition, Holmes could be remembered as one of the greatest. The Division II Most Outstanding Swimmer, Holmes finished his career with 10 state swimming titles, including taking home his 3rd straight 200-yard individual medley and 4th 100-yard butterfly state title in his final high school swim before heading to Stanford. Moving on to the girls swimming and diving nominees: Taylor Backer, CHCA; Alika Boers, Walnut Hills; Aaron Fentress, Milford; Josie Festa, Indian Hill; Sydney Herr, St. Ursula; Lainey Kruger, Notre Dame; Courtney McCowan, St. Ursula; Peyton Moore, Cooper; Mia Latimer, Marymount; Emma Luttrell, St. Henry; Sarah Luttrell, St. Henry; Langley Peterson, Mason; Addie Robillard, St. Ursula; Julia Schaefer, CHCA; Quinn Shurik, Walnut Hills; Maya Schwiegert, Kings; Ava Sutphin, Turpin; Isabel Tepley, Mason; and Caitlin Wheats, Mason. The 2023 Girls Swimming and Diving Player of the Year is Lainey Kruger from Notre Dame. Kruger went from Notre Dame Panda to Florida Gator after winning 5 KHSAA state championships in her career. In the 2023 state meet, Kruger won both the 100-yard breaststroke and 200-yard freestyle in repeat victories. Her All-American performance at state included that 100-yard breaststroke title that was the 3rd in her career.
Brendan, you want to take care of wrestling?
Yeah, the Wrestler of the Year nominees are Aiden Allen, LaSalle; Amarion Arnold, Holmes; Landon Aubrey, Western Hills; Braden Blevins, Simon Kenton; Tristan Davis, Cincinnati Country Day; Logan Dean, Bethel Tate; Landon Evans, Ryle; Wyatt Ferguson, Oak Hills, Eugene Harney, Sycamore, Wyatt Hinton, Norwood, Hunter Isaacs, Walton Verona, Miles Johnson, Springboro, Connor Kleinberg, Springboro, Thane McCoy, Wilmington, TJ Meyer, Walton Verona, PJ Murphy, Reading, Brenton Simmerman of Little Miami, Carson Thomas, LaSalle, and Wyatt Walker, Edgewood. And our boys wrestler of the year is Landon Evans from Ryle. As a sophomore, Evans went 45-4 and finished atop the podium in the KHSAA state tournament in the 113-pound bracket. Evans was also a winner at the regional and semi-state tournaments. And the girls wrestler of the year nominees are Sophie Anderson, Walton Verona, Reagan Briggs, Harrison, Chloe Deerwester, Harrison, Jessica Edwards, Harrison, Kate Fenton, Lakota West, Ariana Finn, Batavia, Jessie Fobar, CNE, Lexi Fornshell, Lebanon, Lexi Grant, Oak Hills, Bree Graves, Oak Hills, Riley Gust, Springboro, Charlie Jones, New Richmond, Kelsey King, Lakota West, Elizabeth Madison, Loveland, Addison Messerly, Grant County, Olivia Messerly, Grant County, Gabby Ocasio, Simon Kenton, Sophia Roars, Lebanon, and Leah Willen from Harrison. And our girls wrestler of the year is Chloe Deerwester from Harrison. In the first year of OHSAA sanctioning of girls wrestling, Deerwester again went undefeated and was a state championship for the third time in as many seasons. In the OHSAA meet, Deerwester pinned every opponent to win the 105-pound individual title, while Harrison won the team state title.
Moving on to our spring sports, here are the nominees for Baseball Player of the Year. Ethan Bosley, Dixie Heights. Sam Bond, East Central. Cameron Boyd, Beechwood. Clay Burdett, Moeller. Ethan L., Purcell Marion. Aaron England from Fairfield. AJ Ewing, Springboro. Jonathan Fitz, Covington Catholic. Jake Hanley from Mason. Aiden Hamilton, Campbell County. Dominic Hanna, Batavia. Colton Hartman, Lebanon. Jack Hendricks, Highlands. Toby Huber, Moeller. Justin Hovel, Baden. Sean Kruckerberg, Mason. Brody Mangold, Connor. Nate Manley, Moeller. Evan Moore, Bishop Brossart. Lucas Moore, Baden. Michael Murphy, Mason. Ty Snyder, McNicholas. Carter Sunderman, Williamsburg. Jaden Tackett, Wilmington. Jaden Upper, Lebanon. And Luke Vaughn from Elder. And the winner is Toby Huber from Moeller. Moeller went 31-3 and picked up the program's 9th state championship, while Huber dominated on the mound and at the plate. An all-state pick, Huber was clearly the GCL South Player of the Year after going 10-0 on the mound with a 1.54 earned run average in 59 innings pitched, while hitting .406 with 43 hits, 40 runs, 32 stolen bases, 27 RBI, 10 doubles, and 4 triples. Huber will continue his baseball career at George Mason. Now moving on to the Softball Player of the Year nominees. We start with Kennedy Bione, Highlands. Kendall Blau, Cooper. Abby Bode, Oak Hills. Nikki Bode, Oak Hills. Kyla Conley, Western Brown. Ava Cutter, South Dearborn. Tori Daneman, Notre Dame. Sydney Doyle, Clinton Massey. Tiffany Drury, Clearmont Northeastern. Avery Fielman, Milford. Annabelle Geyser, Mason. Haley Glass, St. Ursula Academy. Madison Goddard, Ryle. Avery Gottlieb, Oak Hills. Ava Hensley, Fairfield. Haley Johnson, Bethel Tate. Cameron Linneman, Taylor. Megan McClellan, Milford. Caitlin Polito, Hamilton. Brooke Shoemaker, Bishop Brossart. Aubrey Smith, Lebanon. Ella Stasinski, Dixie Heights. Paige Stewart, Campbell County. Ella Tubner, Lebanon. Reagan Vunak, Lebanon. and Gina Wilson from Deer Park. And the winner is Aubrey Smith, Lebanon. Lebanon had a 29-4 record and won a Division I regional title, while Smith earned ECC Offensive Player of the Year and First Team All-Ohio honors. In the circle, Smith had 23 appearances, where she went 17-2 with a save, while spinning 7 shutouts with 137 strikeouts and a 1.11 earned run average. At the plate, Smith went 49 for 90 for a 5.44 batting average, with 7 homers, 15 doubles, and 4 triples, while knocking in 58 runs.
Now, heading into lacrosse, I will take care of the boys category first. We start with Luke Barkheimer of Milford, Max Bonner, St. Xavier, Luke Brenneman, Marymount, Gavin DeWitt, Mason, David Dorston, Marymount, Carson Grizovic, Walton Verona, Jack Harris, Covington Catholic, Wyatt Higgins, Indian Hill, Khalif Hawker, St. Xavier, Noah Koenig, Dixie Heights, Jonah Lang, Marymount, Mark Morgan, Marymount, Evan Morgan, Marymount, Michael Nier, Mason, Brady Nix, Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy, Luke Ray, Milford, Grayson Shad, LaSalle, Andrew Schrudy, LaSalle, Trevor Shoemaker, Covington Catholic, Jacob Smith, Milford, Tommy Steins, Moeller, Mac Ward, Indian Hill, Carson Yackey, Cincinnati Country Day. And our winner is Khalif Hawker, St. Xavier. Already turning heads as one of the nation's top lacrosse players as a sophomore. Hawker led St. Xavier to a state runner-up finish while leading the team in scoring and garnering first-team all-region and all-state honors. Moving on to girls, our nominees are Emmy Bennett, Sycamore, Grace Bevington, Ursuline, Taylor Biver, Ursuline, Ophi, Black, Emily Eckert, Indian Hill, Nina Fode, Indian Hill, Piper George, Marymount, Lila Glinsky, Mason, Kate Hooper, Turpin, Amanda Hurry, Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy, Mayo Ito, Turpin, Lexi Larson, Indian Hill, Macy Lachelles, Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy, Alexa Luckart, Cooper, Megan Muller, Marymount, Lainey Simons, Sycamore, Caroline Soller, Marymount, Carly Thiel, Sycamore, Reese Tuttle, Indian Hill. And our winner is Carly Thiel, Sycamore. Sycamore won a Division I regional and regional title and were state semifinalists, while Thiel dominated her junior campaign. Thiel scored 121 goals and had 85 ground balls and 211 draw controls, while being named Conference Player of the Year, Region 4 Midfielder of the Year, and First Team All-State. Brendan, you want to take care of boys tennis?
Yeah, first up are the Boys Tennis Player of the Year nominees. The doubles team of Cheyenne Ahmad and Joey Case, Villa Madonna, Eli Back and John Lasky, Highlands, Drew Baumgardner and Jack Seal, Springboro, Max Berghausen and Michael Ryu, Indian Hill, Greg Bernatsky, Mason, Ethan Blatt and John Corbett, Seven Hills, Connor Buckingham and Eric Zhu, Mason, Kalai Christensen and Alex Yeager, Covington Catholic, Cole Cousins, Seven Hills, Rishi Dorr, Springboro, Carson Dwyer and Drew Evans, St. Xavier, Nick Chu, Sycamore, Brady Hussey, Covington Catholic, Anish Condi, Walnut Hills, A.V. Mahajan, Seven Hills, Nick Myers, Sycamore, R.J. Poffenberger, Indian Hill, Jack Pollock, Indian Hill, Arjun Rajagopala and Andrew Wittenbaum, Sycamore, Nikhil Shah and Christian Sprinkle, Cincinnati Country Day, and Daniel Tonkel of Mason. And the Boys Tennis Player of the Year, or the Doubles Team of the Year, is Carson Dwyer and Drew Evans from St. Xavier. The pair of St. Xavier Bombers won a district championship before advancing to the OHSAA Division I state finals, where the senior Evans and freshman Dwyer won 7-5 and 6-2 in the state finals over a pair of rivals from Sycamore. And the girls' tennis player of the year nominees are Shyla Agarwal of Mason, Ananya Anapantila of CHCA, Brooke Arrington, Indian Hill, Ellen Benintendi and Morgan Koss, Turpin, Tapani Bunyawat, Dixie Heights, Caroline Brown, Indian Hill, Addison Cassidy, CHGA, Risha Shada and Harshita Upiganti of Mason, Sarah Clark, Turpin, Elle Frischer, Sycamore, Haley Fullenkamp and Taylor Minach of Notre Dame, Nishi Gondra, Mason, Emily Genowine, St. Ursula, Gabrielle Kadakia, Oak Hills, Cece Kawach and Caroline Soller of Marymount, Cassie Larson and Lexi Larson of Indian Hill, Morgan Lint, Oak Hills, Mika Morris, Peyton Puryear, CHCA, Maria Poon, St. Ursula, Maya Reardon and Maitili Teradesai, Sycamore, and Sarah Watanabe of Covington Latin. And the winner of the Girls Tennis Player of the Year award is Shyla Agarwal of Mason. In a Mason program with a recent history of major successes, Agarwal has been the leader of that cause. She won her second straight OHSAA Division I singles state championship and was a finalist in the singles bracket for the third time after also being a state doubles qualifier as a freshman. Agarwal led Mason to another team title in the Ohio Tennis Coaches Association tournament.
Now for the boys track and field player of the year nominees, they are Manny Arbabai, Sycamore, Braden Austin, Summit Country Day, Coy Beasley, LaSalle, Al Bessler, St. Henry, Tennell Bryant, Moeller, Caden Dyer, Loveland, Caden Gardner, Ryle, Grant Harrison, New Richmond, Cortez Hill, Holmes, Josh Holder, Cincinnati Christian, John Potagil, Indian Hill, Brandon Rogers, Cincinnati Christian, Grady Shea, Walton Verona, Will Sheets, Covington Catholic, Jackson Smith, Walton Verona, Malachi Snow, Northwest, Evan Trapp, St. Xavier, and Bennett Turan, Marymount. And the winner is Jackson Smith from Walton Verona. The Ultra Speedy Junior added 3 more state championships to his name, taking first in the KHSAA race in the 100 and 200 meters, while also running the final leg of the 4x200 relay for the Bearcats, who also took home the Class 1A state team championship.
The nominees for girls track and field are Maya Bowes, Ross, Victoria Emelianova, Ryle, Samantha Erbach, Waynesville, Ellie Greenwell, Notre Dame, Chloe Hine, Bishop Brossart, Olivia Hill, Wyoming, Katie Koken, Beechwood, Abby Love, Mason, Vivian Momper, Madera, Naja Robinson, Finneytown, Aoife Pashka, Mason, Brady Sterbling, Bethel Tate, Summer Swartwout, Coleraine, Isabella Von Lehman, Connor, Penelope Webb, Wyoming, Erica Wells, East Central, Deshayla Warlaw of Mount Healthy, and Haley Zell from Highlands. And the winner of the Girls Track and Field Athlete of the Year award is Chloe Hine from Bishop Brossart. In the Class 1A state meet, Hine won the long jump state championship for the second time and was also a member of the 4x100 relay team that finished first in the state. Hine's performance in the 200 meters was good for second place, while she also took 5th overall in the 100 meters.
Now we move on to our boys volleyball player of the year nominees. They are Henry Ogg, Taylor, Jordan Brockman, Baden, JJ Even, Baden, Gavin Gerhard, McNicholas, Tyler Geselbrocht, Moeller, Ethan Gundrum, McNicholas, Ben Hagery, Moeller, Fred Harvey, Elder, Harrison Hosfeld, LaSalle, Charlie Hall, Sycamore, Carson Hill, Lakota East, Owen Hune, Loveland, Brady Jones, St. Xavier, Ben Curlin, Loveland, A.J. Kaiser, Fenwick, Bentley Meyer, St. Xavier, Will Patterson, Moeller, Dylan Samuels, Elder, Todd Siner, Fenwick, Owen Walsh, Sycamore, Grant Seimer, Lakota East, Sean Michael Smith, Middletown, Evan Tombragel, Walnut Hills, Andrew Wiegand, Roger Bacon, Griffin Wheatley, Walnut Hills, and Peter Wilkie from Roger Bacon. And the winner is Bentley Meyer from St. Xavier. As the Bombers won a solo GCL South title and were regional finalists, Meyer took home Player of the Year honors in his conference, region, and state.
All right, after listing all of our winners for the individual sports, we're going to move on to the premium awards. These include Athletes of the Year, Teams of the Year, Courage Awards, and Lifetime Achievement Awards. They're not specific, they're not for one sport in general, but they're more of, for Athlete of the Year at least, more of a comprehensive performance throughout the year. So I will lead off with the nominees for the Boys Athlete of the Year. And they are Cameron Boyd of Beechwood, Tennell Bryant, Moeller, Connor Kravac, Madeira, Aiden Hamilton, Campbell County, Brady Hussey, Covington Catholic, Michael Musari, Kings, Josh Ringer of East Central, and Ben Schoster from Elder. And our winner of the 2022-2023 Boys Athlete of the Year is Connor Kravac from Madeira. Set to continue his football career at the University of Akron, Kravac was also a standout in basketball for the Mustangs, earning first-team All-Cincinnati Hills League honors for both sports as a senior.
Now it's time for our Girls Athlete of the Year nominees. They are Samantha Urbach, Waynesville, Ellie Greenwell, Notre Dame Academy, Ella Stasinski, Dixie Heights, Juliette Strange, Connor, Megan Zimmerman, Cincinnati Country Day, Erica Cornett, Oak Hills, Kylie Fears, Talawanda, Shadaja Ward, Withrow. And the winner is Samantha Urbach, Waynesville. Having already earned soccer and track state championships in her career, the junior was named a cross-country, soccer, and track athlete of the year in all three sports by the Enquirer, and has already had an all-time great career with the senior season still to come.
Moving on to the Courage Awards. These are given to one player and one coach who overcame obstacles during their career to continue coaching and playing the sports that they love. So our winner for, the player's winner rather, is Dominic Jackson from St. Xavier. After being diagnosed with a rare heart condition as a sophomore, Jackson's main desire was getting back to sports. After undergoing a successful surgery but enduring a bout of COVID-19, Jackson rehabbed and worked his way back to be cleared for activity with no restrictions. Returning to running for St. Xavier, Jackson later set personal bests after getting back to full strength and competed in the OHSAA state meet.
Courage Award for coaching goes to the late Darnell Parker of Loveland. Before Parker died last July from cancer, he'd taken on his battle with a smile on his face and a basketball team to coach. After his diagnosis in the fall of 2020, Parker continued to lead the Loveland girls basketball team and lead them successfully. The Tigers went 20-5 in the 2020-21 season, and Parker again was named the Eastern Cincinnati Conference Coach of the Year. Shelby.
Now for our Coach of the Year nominees, we have Dee Davis, Princeton girls basketball, Tim Held, Moeller baseball, Teresa Hirschauer, Cincinnati Country Day soccer, Leslie Littmer, Notre Dame Academy volleyball, and Jamar Mosley, Purcell Marion girls basketball. And the Coach of the Year is Dee Davis, Princeton. After going 23-4 with the district title in her first season leading her alma mater, Dee Davis had a heck of a year too. The former WNBA star and McDonald's All-American led one of her own in Soleil Williams as the Vikings went 28-2, beating Olmsted Falls 69-51 in the OHSAA Division I state finals. Now for the boys' team of the year, we have the nominees starting with Beechwood football, Connor cross country, Moeller baseball, Moeller volleyball, and Withrow rugby. And the 2023 Boys Team of the Year is Moeller Baseball. The Moeller Crusaders went 31-3 and added state championship number 9 to its already way too packed trophy case. State champions for the first time since 2015, Moeller allowed just 11 runs in its postseason run, including a 2-0 shutout of Walsh Jessup in the semifinals and a 4-1 win over Olentangy Orange in the finals. Max Preps placed Moeller at number 5 in its final national baseball rankings. It's time for our Girls Team of the Year nominees, starting with Harrison Wrestling, Notre Dame Volleyball, Princeton Basketball, Purcell Marion Basketball, and Seton Soccer. And the 2023 Girls Team of the Year is Purcell Marion Basketball. After going 27-1 and winning a state title in 2022, Purcell Marion was bumped up a division and told to do it again. They would do just that. The Cavaliers won the OHSAA Division II state championship in a 57-48 victory over Canal Fulton Northwest to cap off a 27-2 season with 17 straight victories. Sophomore Dee Alexander was named Miss Basketball while also being selected to the Team USA national team.
And our final award today is the Lifetime Achievement Award. And the winner of this award is Noel Rash of Beechwood. Capping off a coaching career with a state championship in your final season is something out of a Hollywood script. Doing it with back-to-back titles might as well be a dream. Retiring with 3 straight state titles? Well, that's just Noel Rash. He stepped down as Beechwood's football coach after 17 years, where he won over 200 games and 8 state championships, more than half of the 17 won in the entirety of Beechwood's program history.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation. We hope we had pronounced the names as best as possible, but I wanted to remind you that if you have a graduate and need to reach out to me to receive the plaques, my email address is mlaughman@enquirer.com, ENQUIRER.com. Again, thank you for joining us today. Thank you, Brendan. Thank you, Shelby. And thank you to Sam and Phil, who are doing the work in the background, for putting this video together for us. Have a good day.